So people are more powerful than these small companies. If we all come together and realize we are more powerful than they are. I mean, in the last few days, a lot of people have canceled Disney, which I don't need to do that because I never had Disney. I never subscribed for Disney. Never did. Never. I didn't waste my time on getting subscription for Disney. Never did. But it's so funny seeing people starting to cancel things and boycotting. And it's so funny because this boycotting been happening for a few years now. And every time some new person, a new company comes around, and not a new company, but a new boycotting thing, I'll be like, I've been boycotting that for a while now. Like, for me, instance, I had boycott Amazon back in 2016, I think 2017, around that time. And it's because I had learned that Jeff Bezos had owned the newspaper, the Washington Post, and I realized that's kind of crazy that this man who has a company already, he owns a newspaper. I don't like that because then that newspaper cannot say anything negative about this, company. That's one of the reasons why I stopped using Amazon for anything. That's one of the reasons why I am not giving him any money, my money to him. So I stopped using Amazon. I mean, as a human being, we still had to buy stuff, right? We had to figure out which evil you wanna. I don't say evil because they're not evil. I don't think nobody is evil in this world. I think they just don't realize what they're doing. If they do realize, they just don't care because they have all this power and they just want to feel something. These people who are in power, who have all this money, they are mentally ill. They are. They have all this money just because something in them, they're looking for love. They're looking for something, and they think that all this money will help them. I'm not saying all rich people have some issues with them, but I'm saying a lot of these rich people do have some issues with them, and they don't heal themselves. So what they do is create a company because they're searching for something, and then they forget all that money goes up to their heads. So then they become selfish and greedy. And I do feel like people who are greedy and selfish are probably just not happy with themselves. And they probably felt some type of way when they were a child, maybe some type of childhood trauma or generation trauma that they end up getting, and then it never healed. But they think that because they're rich and powerful that they healed. But in reality, they're not healed at all. So I hope that a lot of people realize what they're doing, like they're canceling Disney. And they already lost about $3 billion. And I really hope that this makes people realize it's more of us, regular people, than they are there. If we really want to change, we had to get together, all of us. We do. We have to come together, and we may not agree with we may not agree with all the topics and issues and all that stuff, but we all agree in one thing. All these corporations and all these people on top are taking advantage of us. And no matter what side of the aisle you are as a regular person, we all agree on the same thing. It's just that we have an issue how to get to the problem is not the end result. All of us want the same end result. All of us want a better representation for everybody, right? Happier, more money in our pockets to pay our bills, more love, more community. We want more, more stable country. We all agree with that. The problem is, a lot of people have trouble deciding how to get there, right? And we need to realize that we don't need to argue how to get to the place, the directions, the road. We literally arguing what road we take to get the end result, even though we all agree in the end result, which is crazy. All we had to do is we need to realize that we all want the same thing, and we need to find a common ground. And I feel like breaking these big corporations are the common ground. It is. I feel like all of us putting up together and realize that if we come work together as people, we could actually break these big companies that take all our money and keep raising prices and then pretend that they're doing it because of inflation or whatever ridiculous excuse that they give us, right? Like, we could do this. We all agree on it. We may not agree with all the issues, and we may not agree how to get to the end result, but we all agree, you know? So I just hope with this whole thing, with the Disney thing, and everybody canceling their subscription and they're losing a lot of money, I really hope this isn't a way of people opening their eyes and realize we could work together. You know? We could work together. I really do. I just really think we should just work together and figure out a way to just, you know, cut these people off. Because I personally don't care if you're rich or not. Just don't be an asshole. Just don't be greedy. You know, you can be rich all you want. Have your money, have your $1 million, millions of dollars, have your $1 billion, but don't be an asshole and don't be a greedy person. And if you could be a billionaire who's not greedy and selfish, then you know what? I won't like you. All I'm asking these rich people, don't be an asshole. Because I know a lot of, you know, I don't know, I'm just ranting. I don't know if this is gonna, I don't know. I just want to say this. And, well, I do want to say something. A lot of people do need to realize that you don't need to follow trends. I personally, see, this is about me. I don't need to cancel I don't need to cancel Disney. Why? Because I never got Disney in the first place. I never need to boycott Starbucks because I never went to Starbucks in the first place. You know, like, people follow trends and then they end up liking the trends and then staying there forever, and then a news come out about this company and people want to ban it and boycott it. How about don't go in the first place? It's very easy. Just don't go. You don't need to follow what everybody else is doing. You know, be who you are. And that's my only take. Anyway, bye.